Well, hello there. Today is January 10th. It is 2021. There are a lot of stuff going on right now in the world and especially in America, but you got to stay focused on what you can do to not only fulfill your own personal goals and aspirations, but to be in service whenever you can, to be there for other people. It's one thing that I definitely think I've learned a lot from my wife is that she is. I think that she's has a selfless quality, where I kind of have a selfish quality. Uh, so I have to kind of push against my selfishness and my me first mentality sometimes in order to just be a bit more. I'm very comfortable being alone. I grew up as an only child, so very comfortable with my imaginary friends and talking to myself and entertaining myself and all that stuff. But I think that if you're a little more in touch with your community, if you can reach out and help people in need, especially if they're in your inner circle, or even if extending beyond that, the whole anything that's philanthropic or charitable, I think are all wonderful things to cultivate as a human, especially during these very challenging times. I think right now I want to talk to you about the power of no, and that's the power of saying no as an actor. I mean, as a human in general, but since I am an actor and I speak to you about acting, I think that's where I want to focus my attention on the idea of, it's okay to say no to things, especially when it comes to opportunities or jobs, bookings, callbacks, whatever. It's maybe not bookings. If you get close enough to a booking, it's probably not a good idea to say no unless there's a huge red flag that comes in late to the game. But recently I was, auditioning, working, being a part of the industry during this pandemic it's hard, it's challenging, and it can be very risky. Anytime you're going out into the community, in my humble opinion, you are taking on a bit of risk, okay? Because I think this virus is very, I don't even like getting a cold, okay? I don't like getting a cold, a flu, nothing. I don't like none of that stuff. So, getting back to my story, I had an opportunity for a callback for this thing. Um, the audition was self-tape, which is great. Love that. The callback, they wanted us to come in person. I live in Kitsap County, so that would include a ferry ride or driving through Tacoma to get all the way to the east side. So, like, a rather big commute. I kind of understand why they wanted to do callbacks in person to maybe pair some actors up. However, there is so much we can do now on the digital platforms, on the virtual platform, through Zoom, through video conferencing. You can accomplish so much, and if you do that, you kill the risk of any germ sharing. So that was my first frustration. The next frustration is the challenge was, in my opinion, I did not match the breakdown of the role. So I was like, you know what? It's nice to be considered, but I don't really fit what they're looking for, so that didn't make sense. I didn't like that the whole thing felt very last minute. Like, whenever I get a casting call and it's like, urgent, get your tapes in 12 hours or 16, it's like, especially, and I know sometimes, I don't know. I always respect a production or an outfit that can do a bit of planning and give actors at least 24 hours to get their tape in, if not more. And then the other consideration was, there was something about it that just didn't feel quite right. Okay. So I had to tell my agent that thanks, but no thank you. I'm going to pass on this one. I'm going to pass on the callback. And, that may hurt me down the road. Um, this particular production company might decide, oh, well, that guy, we invited him to a callback, but he didn't want to come in. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Maybe that'll generate some hard feelings. I don't know. But right now in my life, I need to be very careful, and I need to spend my time wisely. And on this day, I think that saying no was the right thing to do. But I did consider it. I did think about it. Almost did like a pros and cons list. And yeah. So the moral of the story is don't be afraid to say no to things. Especially as an actor, you never want to come off as being desperate, and you'll work on any job, and it doesn't matter. Whatever they need me to do, even if they don't pay me anything, and just it's okay to say no. And of course, don't forget, start writing your own stuff. Do it yourself. Figure it out. What do you want to do as an actor? Write that role for yourself. Even if it's just a scene, figure out how to get it filmed, edited, and then you have something for your reel. Don't forget, gotta have great audio. All right, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're having a great day. Have an amazing week. Keep in touch, and I'll talk to you soon.